Oh, we also had a problem with the school. We were trying to get going. We had, the way they operate here is that, at least in the past, is that you would just go ahead and you try to get your school together, and you'd start, and then you have to get a building inspector, medical, and then eventually then the Department of Education Board, District Education Board would meet, and they would approve the school, and they would give registration to the school, government registration. You have to be registered as a school even if you're private, so you have to go through that route. But what happened was that now there's a new district commissioner, and he wants to throw his weight around as he's coming in. So there was 35 schools, private schools, that had applied for registration, and one of our fellows is on the board there. One of the men for the parish is a sort of a prominent guy who was also involved as a director of the T, and Bernard Karuja. So he was on the board, and he said that the district commissioner would allow none of the schools to be registered, because he said they're all illegal schools. They have students already being taught in a school that's not registered, that hasn't been properly registered. So he says there's no way that I'm going to register these schools. And he said they're illegal. So I don't know what they're going to do with them eventually. But anyway, that meant that we could not start the school before registration. So that is why we were delayed about, maybe 10 days or something like this. We were delayed before we could start. And even now, I'm not certain that we have, strictly speaking, approval or not. But the inspectors who came up said that, Father, yours is a special case, eh? You go ahead and you start on the 3rd, like all the other schools with Form 1, you start on the 3rd of February. And we'll get the signature of the DC. And he said, don't worry about it, eh? So there you are. So I don't know what they did or how they got around it. Yours is a special case. Oh yeah. But anyway, they were good. They were good about it. Some of them can be really use the office and not. They use the office as a way of throwing their own weight around, and maybe even looking for a little handout if you don't comply. Well, then they won't give you permission and stuff. But these guys were pretty good, so I started convincing with them after I was. They were saying things that were missing. Very important things for a school. Also the picture of the president has to be there somewhere, and a flag of the country has to be. You have to have a flagpole for the school. And so I said, well, where do I pick up this flag? Do I just go to the district education board and they give us a flag? Or no. He says, I knew darn well you wouldn't get anything. He said, no, you have to pay for that. You have to pay for that. I said that's the least that we could get. I said we put all the money into the building of the school. No money comes from government whatsoever for education. So the least they could do, if they want to have it recognized as a Kenyan school, is to give us the flag. Oh no, he said, no, you have to pay for that. I said, he said the government. They said the government has no money to pay for that. So I said, well, I'm not asking the government. I said to pay for the flag. I'm asking you fellows. I said, now in the office, I want you, because of your commitment to education. I said, I want you guys now to have a little small Harambee, a small Maketha in your office, and everybody contribute, and then you could buy me a flag, and buy a flag for the school. So, but I'm going to get after them about that, because they might just do it, if I cajole them a bit, see if they will do that. But so after I knew that they were going to approve everything, I got the feeling that even though everything wasn't complete, they know that because we're involved in it, it will be complete. They know, contrary to some other schools that would start off as a private business, because schools also are a business, eh? There's private schools that are open just as a business to try to raise money for the person running them, and they charge fees, whatever they want. And if they have good schools, and then they get recognized by people as a good school where the students are academically proficient, then they what happens is there's a donkey crossing right in front of me on the highway. I've got to stop, let him go through. Yeah, there he's gone past. He's over the other side. The donkeys, everything roams free here, so you have to So I'm going to keep after those guys in the office just for fun. I'm going to get after them about that flag and say, we got the pole up now. We're waiting for the flag. Because I brought a pole along with me. You talk about carrying things. I carried a flagpole along the side of this vehicle. I had a couple of seats from off of the cushions from off of our Chesterfield and wrapped it around the pole and put these bungee cords around them to keep it away from the fender. And then tied it up with ropes over top of the canopy in the back, and also then around the post in the middle of the two windows, and I carried the pole up. So I had it's a 18-foot pole or something on the side of the vehicle going up the hills. So I got it up there. It was a metal pole welded for a flagpole. So we're going to cement it in. So this will be a pretty good-looking school, even with this metal flagpole. They don't have that too many schools.